Hi, boys and girls. So today we are going to continue on with our practice of our 1-point perspective. Understanding how to make some of these shapes. We're going to take it up a notch in difficulty. We're going to make things a little bit harder, but to get us ready for what we're going to do after spring break. And I want you guys to practice this stuff throughout spring break if you have a ruler at home. Let's ignore that bell. That way, when you guys get back, we can do this project and it'll be pretty easy. So, first up, what we're going to do today, we're going to make a vanishing point right in the center of your page. So go ahead and make that. It's right in the middle. Not too big, just enough to where you can come back. You know how important that is going to be. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna practice making some of these shapes in 3D, but now they're gonna be shapes behind one another. We didn't do that last time. We did them in a circular pattern. So this time, here's our point and here's the corner of our page. You guys can use a ruler. I'm gonna do this kind of sloppy because I'm doing it fast, but you guys can take your time and use a ruler for this. I'm gonna make a square. I'm more of a rectangle actually. And then we're going on a diagonal line. So now I'm gonna do a circle here. No, I'm gonna do a triangle here. Let's do a triangle just like this. It can be crooked, it really doesn't matter. We're just trying to make them behind one another. So 1, 2, and then 3. I'm not doing them in a straight line, I'm doing kind of a crooked line. I'll put the circle here. Again, does not have to be perfect. So put these 3 shapes going kind of diagonally, but you'll notice they're almost like they're in a line. Not in a straight line, kind of a crooked line. And that's what we're trying to do. I'll let you guys do that. I'll pause the video so you can go on. If you're at home, go ahead and pause the video and do this first. Moving on. Okay, so now, just like last time, we're gonna start with the closest shape, okay? I put my ruler on that point, put it on the point, and remember, it always stays on that point. Keep it on the point, and I go until I hit the first corner. There is a clear path to that corner, so I'm gonna draw a line there. I like to go to the other side. I like to go from both sides here. I keep it on the point. I move until I hit that corner. There is a clear path to that spot. There really, no, there is not a clear path from here to here, so I don't have to do that. There is not a clear path from here to here, so I do not have to do that. I'm done with my square. Now, I'm gonna move on to the next shape, the triangle. Here's where it gets tricky, guys. I get my point set. There is a clear path from this point to the vanishing point. So that's easy. I just draw a line. Now, this point, on the other hand, I'm gonna line up my vanishing point and this point. I'm gonna put my pencil there. Get it against the ruler, and then I'll line up the vanishing point. Now this time, take a look. I'm gonna start from the triangle, and I'm gonna go until I hit the square. I am not allowed to go through that square. So I stopped right here, just like that. You're gonna start from the shape. There is a clear path, it looks like, from here to the vanishing point. So I'm gonna put my pencil here. I'm gonna line it up to the vanishing point, and same thing. I'll bring this line back. As soon as I hit that square, I have to stop. And now we have this triangle and the square. The triangle is behind the square. Now guess what? The circle is behind the triangle and behind the square. So we got to do that one next. Here we go. I find my vanishing point, and I'm going to roll it down until I hit the edge, which is right there. I never let it leave the point. I found the edge. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring this point until I hit that triangle, and then I have to stop. Let's go the other way. Top point of the ruler goes here. I hold it down. I'm gonna roll and turn, turn, turn until I hit that edge. Make sure you're keeping that vanishing point, and then boom, I hit it. I'm gonna bring this point, this edge, down, down, down until I hit the square, and then I have to stop. Because the circle is behind the square. The circle is behind the triangle. So now we can see shapes that are behind one another. That's one part of what we're going to practice today. You guys can try that again with 3 different shapes down here. I would like to see you try that again down here. Now, we're going to, on this side, we're going to practice floating shapes. This is going to get us ready to draw buildings and whatnot. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to do 2 kinds of things. I'm going to do a rectangle for a nice, if we did a skyscraper. Again, you guys can use your ruler for this. I'm just trying to do this quick. There's my rectangle, and I'll do a more of a square, almost closer, a shorter rectangle or a square down here. We start the process the same. I went too far with this. We're going to start the process the same, okay? But when you do this, go very, very soft with your pencil, and you'll see why. Here's my point. I'm going to, guys, like almost to where you can barely see it. I'm pressing so soft there. We're going to need to erase these lines later. So you want to make sure that you are going super, super soft, like barely can see it. There's no clear path to those 2, so I'm good here. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 clear paths here, so let me do this. Extremely soft line. I line it up, same thing. Super soft line. I line up this point. Extremely soft line, like so. See how you can see those lines, but you can barely see those lines? That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's talk about the word parallel. Parallel lines are very important here. When you're making a parallel line, you move the line away, and it's like a train track. Train tracks never do that, never do that. They always stay like this. We're going to make a parallel line to this line. So I keep going, I keep going, I keep it parallel. I'm going to say about there. I'm going to start here and bring it down. Now I can darken this line. I can darken this line. And I will erase. See why it was important to make that line super soft? Now I have a floating 3D shape. Over here. Same process. I start with this line. I'm going to start with this line of the square. I'm going to move it parallel. Careful not to turn it. We don't want to turn it. We don't want to turn it this way. Keep it parallel, like a train track. I'm going to do it right there. I start here, and I bring the line up. Parallel. I didn't do quite parallel. I'm going to try that again. Come on, Mr. Gill. Let me try that again. Keep it parallel. That is better. Same thing on top, but this time it's a little trickier. So y'all can see. I start on the line. I'm going to start here. I start on the line, and I'm going to go up, up, up until I hit the top. Oh, I hit that line. See that? I hit that right there. That means I have to stop here and go across. Like so. Now I can darken this line. I can darken this line. And I can darken this line. You go in, erase. I should have erased that better. And of course, the soft lines. Look how easy those soft lines come off. 1,000 times easier, guys. And now I have another floating shape. These are our two floating shapes. These are our shapes that are behind one another. These are the two concepts we're practicing today. I want to see you practice this a lot. If you want to color, you can color today. If you want to just keep practicing this, I think that's probably better. Practice, practice, practice doing this, because you're going to need to know how to do this stuff, especially the floating shapes for when we do our 1-point perspective project. So get to work on this, guys. I want you to practice this or work on this stuff throughout the entire class period today. I'm going to give you one paper. You can use front and back. If you finish, you can use your doodle pad and keep going from there. Those of you at home, if you don't have a ruler, just find something that has a straight edge. It could be a book. It could be anything that's flat and it has a straight edge. I'm sure you guys can find something to use. A folder, a binder, any of those things can work. All right, guys, let's practice and get this done.